Hello, welcome back to Opus Magnum. We are in the middle of a heist right now, I believe. We hired a thief to steal some lead for us. Yeah, exile and thievery, so we're gonna be doing that. But before that, let's play a game of Sigma's Garden. Just to warm up our logic and stuff. Right, so we got a couple of elements here and the salt, so actually a lot of options. To recap on the rules, we can merge elements together that are the same type. We can merge elements with salt or salt with themselves. Life and death are only compatible with each other. Each metal requires a quicksilver added to it to be removed and the next metal to be unlocked. And you also have to clear everything on the board to win. So, let's start off looking for lead, which is over there, so we really just need to clear that. We also have quicksilver over here, which can be cleared with this, so this feels like a very good move. Next we have tin, which is actually really far inside. So I have to clear everything out here first. Which implies maybe I take this quicksilver instead. Right, because like how else would you get in here if you don't remove that? You would need to clear both. If you cleared this salt, this death, and then both of those, then you could get in without using that quicksilver. Which seems to make sense. We need a life to get through this one somehow though. Yeah, in fact I think we always need the ones on the outside. We always need to use salt and death. So where's our nearest life? It's there. So if we do clear out this this thing first, we should be able to get a life which clears out that. So I think that's our game plan. So we start with this, use the salt on the salt. I mean, I don't know. I think using the salt on this would be better though. Like that. And then because we're gonna get a free fire, I might use the salt on this fire instead. This fire? This fire feels better. Actually, we're gonna use both anyway, so I don't think it really matters. This quicksilver, well, we gotta get rid of that first, so that's cool. There you go. Now we can get rid of this with that, giving us tin. Okay, that's part one. We need to get to copper next, which requires us to remove this fire, which requires us to move this green, I think. All the other fires are really far in. Either that or we use a salt. We can because there are 5 fires, which means one of them will have to be with salt. In fact, the other salt has to go to green as well, so that might be useful. We also need to get rid of those two, which come from those two. So I feel like we use that green with this green, which unlocks all 3 of those, which each have their component elements, which is going to be quite useful. I think this should not matter. Clearing this opens up another fire, which should not be an issue. But now we have this, which can match with that. We also need a quicksilver. The next quicksilver is here. Actually, is it? Is it? Or is it this one? Because this quicksilver only unlocks when you remove one of those 2 opposite things, and you can't remove silver yet. Yeah, okay. So I might need to take this one out then. Which is fine, I can do that. This one, we need another quicksilver again. I guess I can remove this, gives us another quicksilver here. Yeah, there you go. Quicksilver, we need to take this quicksilver, which should be fine. Oh, is it? Is it? I don't think so. I don't think we're good anymore. Hold on, I think we've messed up. Because whichever of these we remove, we don't unlock anything new. None of these are compatible with anything else. Except salt. Salt needs to go with... Well, salt already went... Yeah, salt needs to go with green, which it can't. So it doesn't have anything to go with. This needs to go with one of those, but none of those will unlock anything. Right? Yeah, I think we're dead. I think we're screwed. Oh no. Alright, well, new game it is. That is truly an issue. Alright, let's see if we can do this all over again. Lead over there. Lots of quicksilvers. The most accessible one is probably this one over here. These are all unlocked in a row, I think. If we remove one of them, we can use the next one immediately. So I think we'll use that last. We'll try to get the rest out first. This one is very easy to obtain. We just remove both of those, which I think that's what I might do first. We also need to get 2 lead in the first place, which I think I might have to do from this path here. So I need to use the water there. Either that or I use this green. Yeah, I think that might be more useful with this green over here. What else do we want? I guess we want to open up more stuff that we haven't opened up yet. So while we do open this, the other one we're going to open would be death, maybe? To go with this life here. Because the other deaths are all hidden inside. So maybe. This death will go with this life. We have another life here. I guess if we remove this, we'll get access to some death over there. Salt we can now use on anything we want. I don't know what to use it on though. Is there anything that messes us up? Maybe we should try and go towards the next one already. If we use this salt, we will get to here. To get to this quicksilver. Well, honestly, once we remove this, right? But once we remove this, we'll get access to this. But to remove this, in the first place, we will need another quicksilver. So I guess we need to reach that, which requires us to reach this. That's an air. I mean, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. I feel like we have way too many options right now to actually make any statement of what we should and should not be doing. So I think we have multiple paths here, hopefully. Let's start with those two then. Yeah, those two seem useful. They do unlock that. We want to get into this area. So I want to have access to this life, I think. Yeah, I think this works. Yep, that unlocks more stuff. This could go over there. What are we doing again? Right, we need to get rid of that. I guess by removing this, we get access to a lot of those. And I think we'll leave this for last because the rest of these unlock stuff. This one doesn't do anything, so we'll leave it for the last one to collect to the rest. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, what? Where's our... Oh, we have one here as well. Ah, I see. Well, I guess we'll do that, and then we can just do all of this, which should give us access to a bunch of stuff. Salt should react with something, although I don't exactly see what. Maybe this? I mean, that really doesn't do anything though. I mean, we have a salt here. Salt could react with salt. Where's the next death? Oh, it's in here. That's fine. Actually, yeah, alright. So, salt should react with this, I think. This salt reacts with something. I mean, it could react with anything. Oh, I think that was a bad move. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a bad move. I can just do this. Oh, yeah, salt needs to react with water. There you go. And we are on our merry way to get through all the metals. There you go. Oh, I guess you can just unlock that one. Cool. And we're done. Oh, I thought I was screwed there for a second. Alright, how many games have we had? 5. Sure. Alright, let's keep going. Climbing rope fiber. This is vexing. If we were we still at House Fantastin, I could supply you immediately with any length of rope, and in a variety of widths and colors too. I hardly need anything so extravagant. I can make something better anyway. You don't need to create everything, Anataeus. No, it's fine. I have an idea for how the fiber should work. It's possible the alchemist is rather enjoying himself. Enjoying himself. Right, alright, so infinite product. Oh my god, that is huge. Let's move over to here. So how are we gonna make this? I believe we do need one final bond here to link everything together. It could be a single bond, it could be part of the 3 bonds here, and I think that might actually be more... Oh, we only have... Whoa, we only have 1 reagent. Right, so what I want to start off with is I definitely want an arm that's going to at some point rotate this into here and then pivot. And the reason is, okay, well, let's start off with the main task first. We need to create some salt. So this is going to happen. You are going to connect here, and I need to get you guys to reset. You guys are going to connect here and then you're going to pivot. Oh, pivot in the other direction. Oopsies. Which should allow another object to be created here to make your this thing. And obviously it's going to be flipped, so I need to flip this entire thing. Which means I probably have to start making the bottom one first so that can be pivoted. Right. Ah, alright, well I'll just have you be under here then. Hopefully that shouldn't be too much of an issue. I also need to pivot in the other direction. Whoa. Yes, so you create something like this. And obviously I think I want it to be last though, honestly. Because I want basically another one of you to do the exact same job. Whoa. This one. That does crash, which is a little bit awkward, I guess. Oh. Oh, that's weird. Alright, the pivoting shouldn't happen too late. The pivoting should happen pretty... Yeah, I should do that. What if I just had you extend twice? Well, then you'd make the cycle really long. Oh, that's also an issue. Right, you need to... Okay. I need to get you out of the way before you come back in. So why not? I have a guy on an arm here. Let's do this. Actually, yeah, why not instead of you pivoting to make the cycle longer, let's have you do the one that's moving things away. So what you do is when the product is finished, you will just move along the track. That's a wrong direction. Yeah, you just move along the track. And then you need to move along the track twice. And, well, you obviously need to move back. But when to move back? Is moving back here enough? That is enough. And I obviously want you to return, but that's obviously going to take way too long. Whoa, 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 what? I thought we were fine. Oh, because it's pivoted. We don't want that. Also, yeah, you are moving back too fast. Why was it fine just now? Wait, why is it fine here? Oh. Wait. Huh? I'm confused. Oh, it's because I lengthened the cycle, which moved everything back one, which apparently is not good. So I gotta... Everything is on a 6 length cycle. So can I make it a 12 length cycle with 2 arms then? If I did something like this. So after moving back you release and then you... all of these will just be copied over. We double the cycle length. And then at the very end I want you to return to your original position. So since you move a net of 1 here, you need to move a net of 4 again. So would this work? And obviously you must be 6 away. And then those 4 will put you at the very back. Wait, why is it 4? No, you need to move. Wait, I'm so confused as to what I'm doing here. Let's remove this arm first. I'll just have you be on your own track so you can do whatever you want. I need to watch the 4th arm and see what it's trying to do. It's moving forward twice and then back 1. As it lets go, doesn't 1, 2, 3. Doesn't it need to move 4? Okay, it does need to move 4. I feel like I'm not doing this right though. Right, because for this it needs to move. It only needs to move 3 to move back to its starting position. So this. So this. That means I need a plus at the end then. Right? I'm finding this very hard to work with. Okay. Yes, your plus needs to be moved forward a bit. Yeah, and all your pluses need to be moved, honestly. Okay. I hope this made it somewhat right. I do need a release here, so let me just do that. Hey, there you go. Nice dance. Alright, this is gonna take a while. There you go. Nice. I guess we're just like shuffling back and forth here. And a nice little elemental shuffle. I'm just gonna move this. Where is it? There you are. Nice. Elemental shuffle. Alright. We don't need to watch this anymore. Who knew that crafting rope fiber could be so fascinating? It's not something I imagine they teach at alchemy school. Strength and resilient yet light and easy to carry. I say a better rope has never before been created. He's really quite absorbed. It's a shame most alchemists think work like this beneath them. Imagine how different the world would be if we applied ourselves to problems like this one. Alright, well, you kind of said the same thing about like turning lead into gold, so I won't judge, but okay. Alright, next. Warming tonic. This warming potion isn't just alcohol again, is it? No, alcohol doesn't actually warm the body, it only creates the illusion of warmth. What's this you're talking about? It's a long story and nothing to concern yourself with. He made an alcohol for someone and called it a courage potion, and yet he still refuses to make alcohol for me? The man I made alcohol for was preparing to fight to his death. You, on the other hand, are supposed to live. For a while yet, I should hope. Warming tonic. Oh, hello. Nice little... I'm gonna say it looks like an alkene, which is 2 carbons here. Yes, ethene specifically, which is 2 carbons that are bonded by a double bond with 4 hydrogens, 2 on each carbon. That is the structure of ethene, which is cool, but definitely not what this is about. It is just warming tonic, it's not distilled alcohol. I forgot what alcohol looked like, but I think alcohol was like wasn't it alcohol like just these 4 things? Yeah, okay. Well, I think what we should do is split these up. So each of these will produce 2 of the 6 required atoms here. That makes a lot of sense. I want to say that each fire atom produces 1 fire and 1 salt, while this in here produces both salt and... Yes, alright, I have an idea for how this works. Okay. So obviously, it would be best to make it with 2 of these that I just shift together. Okay. Question, do you think it's possible... I want to say, do you think it's possible? I think it is. It's possible for one of the center atoms to be last, which is in fact what I want. Okay, this is actually gonna be a lot tougher though, because I don't really understand how this should work. I'm gonna move the dragging points away so I don't confuse myself with them. How would I want to make this work properly? Or at least more efficient? because I'm going for efficiency here. This is the ideal shape we want, right? It makes me feel like I want to... I don't want to use that then. Either that or I use... No, that's not good. Either that or I use two of these. Two of these. Although, you know what? Maybe a better idea is to create two halves at once. So, what could happen is that, I need to plan this a little bit. Water will be last, slit into here. And obviously it can't be slit from here because... Well, it could be slit from here if you had an arm that slid along a track. Right? The thing is, how would you make salt with that? Yeah, how would you make salt with this? How would you make salt with this where you're just doing that? I think you might need to make it pivot across like this first. Yeah. Okay, so my idea is to have a system that looks a bit like this. The first arm will grab it and move over a track. Where is my track? Can you please? Then it will pivot, which puts this over here, which is good. The next arm, or the arm that puts the second one in, is just going to pivot like so. No track. And hopefully this last atom is going to bind all of these at once. So all three bonds will be formed at the same time. And it is going to collide with whatever is in here, unless I put it in at the same time as the... Unless I put it in at the same time as the water, maybe? So yeah, let's say I do this, right? I want to test this out. What happens if it does clash? That is unfortunate. Now, what if I flipped you over and then I asked you to do the same thing? But then this one's the one that clashes now. Okay. So that is going to be an issue then. I need to figure this out properly. Scrap everything. I should not be thinking about this too hard, but I think I am just being a perfectionist. Unless I want to start on this side, which might work. I could have an arm that moves you over like this, and then the other arm is a long 3-arm that does this whole swinging thing. Oh, but the problem is that it doesn't work like that, because if I want this to bond with all three at the same time, there needs to be a salt here, which would clash like immediately. Yeah, maybe I have this then. This will rotate and then move along the track, which would calcify and then shift it back in. Then we have another arm on another track that will move like that, and then maybe rotate it. Okay, please return to your original positions. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, no, but this kind of puts you in a tough spot, right? Because your object is supposed to look like this. We might be able to make that work. How will we make this work? The one at the top is easy to fulfill because you have so much space here. The one at the bottom is the one that's slightly harder. Unless I made you like long as well. In which case you are slightly bigger. Except that you're now you're now slapped onto that. This still feels okay. Although I'm not entirely sure. I also need the fires to be bonded here, so maybe there's an issue there as well. Yeah, I think there might be an issue there as well. Maybe if I put you here instead. Wrong direction. Like that? Do you think that's useful? Do you think that's better? It does save up on space, but now this is the side that gets a bit cramped. You also need assault to be down here, which is a bit tough. Although you know what else would be cool? If the bond was here instead. So if I did something like this and then had you rotate twice. So you first make the bond with the 2 fires here and then you rotate again to push it into the exit. Now obviously this is kind of bad, but what if I made you longer? This could work. So now this has to be where the bond goes, and because it's so wide, yeah, this gives us just enough clearance to slap the endpoint right there. Which is kind of crazy large, but you know what? Just for efficiency, we'll do it. Now that does mean that we're gonna have to slow things down a bit, because there is no way we are having... There could be a way though. You could do this. Because I don't think this clashes at all, right? Yeah. So you could have an arm over here that's grabbing and rotating twice. You have that. You could have another arm that's pushing stuff all the way over here, which could be a piston arm that does this. Alright, what about this one? Well, I mean, this one could also just be on the exact same horizontal path. That should not be an issue. Unless this clashes. It shouldn't though. So let's try that. Another arm that this time moves along a track. Oh, sorry. I forgot to give you a track. Moves along a track. It doesn't clash. Very cool. The other one should be pushing something into here, which should be what takes most of the problem because... Yeah, how is anything gonna go from this to there? Now if I made you work a little bit weirder. Okay. Let's get rid of this arm again. See, I need to put something here and there at the same in 2 different ways. I feel like that is what's tough. Although to be fair, this one doesn't need to be that fast. This one could be a lot slower. This one's the one that needs to be slightly faster. So maybe what I do... sorry, where is our radius again? That is our radius. Alright, so we're gonna work on like a bunch of arms here. Are we gonna work on a bunch of arms here? Is this a good place to be? Should it matter? Yeah, I think that's fine actually. Like actually this is honestly quite fine. For you, I will put you on the exact same sort of cycle as the first arm. Yeah, that works. Oh my god. And you do move back into the correct positions properly. Huh. That's so funny. I could have this arm over here. Then move over there. Return this arm, which just copies. So this brings you over, brings you slow. Yeah, that is slow. Okay. How should this be improved? We do need to get rid of this arm over here though, because from what we know, that arm doesn't. This position should not be useful. All right, we need to get some better placements. All right. Get rid of that. Putting this here seems like the best way to do it. Although I see that this takes up a lot of the space. Can I change how this arm works? It's very tough to do that. Yeah, because this wherever this salt goes, right, it doesn't really land on empty space that much. Whereas for the rest, we could easily like move stuff around because we don't actually need the calcification here then. Right, because wherever this goes on here, it's gonna move over to this spot. So we can actually put the calcification there if we want to. That's fine. So maybe that's what we do. You think this clashes? Huh, I guess not. Actually, I think isn't this basically just as bad? I feel like that's basically just as bad. Arm 7. Arm 6. No, we're looking at arm 5 here. Isn't this still too slow? Also, that's not even the right. Yeah, this is still too slow. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we need to start with the 7 first, but if we did that, then isn't it that 6 now clashes into stuff? Yeah. Unless 1... I thought we were working on a 6 cycle. Okay, let's see if this somehow magically... No, I didn't expect it to work. Why is that useful? Oh, also that clashes, so you can't actually put it there. Hmm. I just realized, yeah, okay. Because we cannot put classifications here, we don't actually need to classify first. Which means that this is okay. This is okay. Alright, so get rid of all of these nonsense arms that don't do anything more anymore to help us. They don't help us anymore. Let's restart from scratch. Fire, it can handle itself. So I guess we shall start with fire then. Fire, let's place it there. Let's have a arm move this over. Another arm here will do the exact same, but the other direction. So we start off with this. Next, this arm over here is going to move stuff down. And it's going to move stuff forward. The other arm is going to basically do the exact same thing, but it's going to lie on a track to make things cheaper. And it's supposed to be backwards, right? Dang it, it's so slow. One of them needs to be faster. This one has to reach. This one has to do it in one smooth motion to make it in time. Okay, can you? This hopefully should be fine though. We could have this arm. This arm could also work on a 4 cycle. Could do that. If it doesn't clash. Yeah, perfect. There you go. So now we can place 2 calcification glyphs over here. And this will form our salt for us, and a rotation puts it in. And obviously I don't want this long thing here where it has to return to its original position. So I'm gonna put it on a 3 arm like this. Which means that all it needs to do is release and move back. Yeah, there you go. Okay, awesome. And final changes, or final thing we should do, make everything visible on screen. So I'm going to grab everything, rotate it a bunch until I get something that I enjoy looking at. This maybe. Find a Critelli, shove it on there. Here you are. Oh, I don't want to put it down. There's no good Critelli spot. I'll just put it there. And yeah, everything's on the screen now, so we can watch. I realize everything's on a 4 cycle, so maybe I should also put this on a 4 cycle, this thing. No, it's actually a lot slower to put it on a 4 cycle, I think. Because I need like 500 different arms. There you go. Alright, 37, not bad. It's definitely not as exciting because the rest of them are not moving at once. There's a bunch of space where it's not doing anything. Yeah. Oh well. Okay. This tonic keeps the body warm. If you don't mind, could you make some extras of this? What, are you trying to make a few extra gilder on the side? Not everything I do is for money. Do you have any idea how people could use something like this? Oh, I understand. You people from the houses can be so tremendously ignorant sometimes. It's a shame we can't make more. You never make enough. Yikes. Okay, that is really unfortunate. Alright, let's do one more. Life sensing potion. This seems rather unprecedented. It is. I'm exploring new frontiers in alchemy here. Dare I ask what the great alchemist is concocting now? Imagine yourself with an increased sensitivity to the life. If a guard was standing in the next room, you could feel their presence as a kind of pulse or thump. Sounds rather ghastly, but you'll be nigh undetectable. I suppose I do enjoy the occasional unfair advantage. Oh, so you sense when someone alive is near you. Cool. The glyph of Animismus transmutes 2 atoms of neutral salt into 1 atom of vitae and 1 atom of mors, which is 1 life, 1 death. Alchemists who use the glyph of Animismus and the forces of vitae and mors are not always regarded favorably by the university. Right, so it's a force that we are not trying to be playing with here. We have 3 types of reagents, and our product is really only made of salt and that vitae and mors thing. It's a very nice place to put a criteria. You could just shove it in there. Unless you want to put something inside, which I think is pretty tough, because how are you going to slap something over this thing if there's something in the way? Anyway, let's see, how are you going to make this work? Once again, it's 3 for 6. So I say we use 1 to make... but using 1 to make salt and then turn that into vitae and mors is going to be very time consuming. It'd be a lot better if one of them made a salt each. If like you have 2 of them, 1 made a salt each, the last one made 2 salts, and then these 2 also make 1 more salt each, which combines everything together. That feels more normal to me. Okay, so let's get to work. How are we gonna start combining everything together? Do we want to use this? Maybe that's useful somehow. Yeah, you could have... You only need a ring, right? So you don't actually need to have anything be in any specific... Or you don't actually need to have the death here. You could have a death over here. Move it over to bond with whatever is here. So our final step seems to want to be something like moving this down and then rotating it. Yes, so we grab whatever's here first, move down, and then pivot it. And whatever's there will slowly go from those 3 to those 3. And we do the same here. The only issue is we can't do the exact same thing because the middle cell will be taken up by whatever's here. Or whatever's here. So I think what I do instead is I grab the one over here, pull it down, and then pivot it like that. Which should avoid... And also I could do the same for this one, which I think uses up less space, so... Yeah, that doesn't create anything. And they should go at the same time, right? Pull back, pivot. Yeah, they should go at the same time. Alright, well, the one thing that's missing here is that how do you get this final product to the end? I want to say that one of the arms would just rotate. Which will place it in a very weird spot. So what if I made you like 3 long, for example? The pivot should not be altered by that. And then yeah, it could go over here because you're holding on to one corner, right? Oh, you're actually holding on to this corner of the ring. Oh, which means that 2 long should be fine. Okay. I need to start visualizing here. I'm sorry if this is hard to visualize, but the ring should be in this position. If you try and visualize it being moved over, it should be there. Right, so now we need to get everything in place. We are done with the final setup. I think working backwards is a lot more fun for this for some reason. We need to put 1 in all 6 of these squares, which is going to be the tough part. The Animismus glyph is truly something. I also don't want accidental bonding to happen. Maybe I could put a glyph of this here. That could be helpful. If I had like things that I Yeah, this actually looks really helpful. Because everything turns into a salt eventually, right? It's not like I can accidentally turn something into salt. Everything needs to become a salt. So once again, what is our game plan for this? Two of the elements contribute 1 salt to forming this object here. So they also need to get in position there. So I want to say this happens at some point. Oh, this forms a 7 long tick, which is really interesting. Maybe 7 long is what we want. That's fine. Like this. Yeah, and then we do it like earlier, I think. I'll push this at the very end. So what this does is... Oh, it needs to go in the minus direction. Hold on. Yeah, it needs to do that. Move stuff over there. Alright. Well, that's what we do at the end as well. Before we do that, we gotta create your animismus first. That could be an issue though. I think put it somewhere close to the ring so I can just transport things over. Okay, let me think over here. You think this is good? I feel like those two are pretty far away from anywhere. But oh well, let's see if that works. So this is going to rotate and extend. Yeah, and then whichever is here is going to do the exact same thing, right? I mean, I guess if we wanted, we could have an arm that sort of grabs this, rotates, and then moves it somewhere. Like this. Oh, that is actually a really unfortunate thing to happen. Oh, they use the same glyph at the same time. That's actually really bad. Okay. Well, yeah, that's really bad. They should not be using the same glyph at the same time. But I want this to be second. I want this salt movement here to be second. Move this over to here. That's too far away. Okay. So you're going to... What are you gonna do? You're going to move over to a salt here. And then rotate. Wait, which arm are you? Arm 5, yeah. Oh, wrong direction. Whoopsies. Something like this. Looks decent. The only issue is that doesn't work, does it? Well, it does if you put an empty here somehow. Let's try that. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? So the base arm just extends and moves down first. Right, this one is way too far away to be doing anything over there. Oof. Oofy, oof. Can also put it We took those two spaces, right? Can't really do much with that, can we? Yeah, I need to move this over somehow. I need to move one of them over to here. Is that possible? I don't know if that's possible. Like, to move this over to there is really... What? What? How? I mean, maybe. Maybe if I did something funny like this and then that. Oh my, you guys are still too early. Yeah, but that clashes, and I adopted it even avoids that one. You know, I do notice that this one is exactly this distance away. So very theoretically speaking, the only issue is the only issue is that that kind of clashes with a lot of stuff, you know. Like, this thing shows up way too early. So maybe we do the opposite first then. Because we're gonna need to... No, it's actually no. We are even, yeah, even if we did it the correct way, we're still too late. Okay, what arm are you doing this on? Arm 5? Can it be a bit later? And by a bit later I mean several cycles later. Look at that. Maybe that's what we should do. Have everything be doing that instead. What about this here? If I moved you over to here, sorry, if I move this reagent over to here, you would be... I don't know what you'd be, honestly. I think we've gone too far in at this point. We either restart or... Yeah, tweaking is very tough. Maybe this arm shouldn't be that like this. Maybe this arm should be... Because I want an arm to do this and move this over, right? I want another arm to maybe do this instead. So whatever this arm is doing, it will move this in like so, which should give enough space for this arm over here to do that. That obviously clashes, which makes sense. I don't know how to fix that, but like that was a really stupid idea to begin with though. It's like, what if I did this? Let's see. Okay, before that, I definitely want arm 6 to go away first. What if I did this? Okay, can arm 6 move stuff away? Oh my god, what is this? Okay, I want you to just slip it away first so that we don't have to worry about you. Oh, that's clean. Now, arm 6. Arm 6, do your thing. If you move this over and pushed up, those are a lot of things in the correct spots. Those are a lot of things in the correct spots. They're all on 6 cycles too, which is pretty good. Now we just need to get this thing to produce 2 salts in those 2 positions. Is that easy enough? My verdict says probably not. Because so much of this space is already used up by whatever's going on there. We can definitely work a bit slower in here because it's gonna take a while to get all of these 4 items set up, right? So it shouldn't really we really don't need to spend that much time. Okay. So let's start with finding out the area of things we use first. We use all of this area. I'm pretty sure we use that cell as well, although I'm not entirely sure. Can I put this over there to check? No, we don't. Okay, we can put stuff here. And we could put an arm here as well if we wanted to. That cell is not used up. I'm gonna go here and here, but this cell is definitely used up. We can definitely just tell, like, there is something that stands right there anyway. Okay. But we could put a salt there. We could put an arm that does this. Oh, the interesting thing is that, yeah, it needs to be a lot. It needs to be pretty slow. Because it can't clash at all. In fact, at this point, it needs to be here and moved up. How? I mean, if we try to extend at that point, what happens? Clash, right? Clash. Okay. What if I extend it a bit later? Okay. We could have that work. I mean, obviously it's way slower. But what if we did this? Yeah, obviously gonna be in the same spot, but what if we made it later? Okay. That seems okay for the later one. What about the earlier one? The earlier one can do that. Could rotate first. Can I make a how large? Yeah, okay, that's really bad. I wanna make a this. I'm gonna do this to you. I'm gonna put you on a 2 length instead of a 3, because a 2 length lets me drag you up here and then rotate, which is way more efficient than whatever I'm doing here. Okay. Let's see what I can do, okay? This is getting way too convoluted. So I start with this. Calcifies. Another arm here will bring it back down. Do you think that fits? It clashes? No. Wait, what? Don't I want it to be here? Why am I asking it to be here? No, I just move it down a track again. Yeah, it shouldn't be too tough. Decent. Any way to make this more efficient without using this much nonsense track? I don't think so. We're gonna make a full monster with this. And then arms and 2 can basically activate at the earliest possible time. I don't know when that is. Okay, no. Still too early. What is going on? Okay, there definitely needs to be a longer wait time here. Let me just put the waiting button all the way at the end. What is this? Is 11... Did 11 not return? Oh my god, 11 didn't return. Could I push you earlier then? 4... Where is 4? 4 needs to do it the other way around. 4 has to move back on its track before rotating. Why didn't you grab that? Right, because this was placed last, which doesn't work. Okay. So actually what I could do is I could have 2 do that instead. Right, make 2 shorter a bit. And have 2 go do that. That is going to be the minus direction though. Right, so actually what I could do is I could prevent this from being calcified because it's gonna land there anyway, right? Maybe that's useful. Maybe that is useful. Hold on. How can I make this any faster at all? Alright, what if I had an arm here that grabbed you? What arm are you? 11? Ah, crap, I don't actually remember when you started grabbing. I think technically you grabbed pretty early. Yeah, you grabbed like on the second set. In fact, no, you can't actually do that, sorry. You can't grab that early. You have to rotate, you have to move at exactly that point. Can you move any earlier? Like that. No, there's a clash. Okay. Let's see if I can make this any more complicated than it already is. What if I had an arm here? What? Oh. Hold on. Oh, that's why it doesn't work. I need to move there, but it blocks itself. Okay. Alright. Hold on. I want to move here, right? Okay, I think the original was like already as best as it could get. Ah, see, now we actually don't make it that far because you are way too short. So what I should do is I should put you further away, and by further away I mean a 3-length arm, which if you rotate it would smash you all the way there. Alright, good enough. I think the wait time we could just snip a little bit off of. You think this works? No, it's way too fast. We need the wait time to be a bit more. Good enough. Alright, that's a decent wait time. I'm not doing this anymore. My brain's kinda dying a bit. So let's look at the on-time machine. It is a mess of arms. Costs like $500, but we got it. Whatever. Hey, 57 cycles. I think that's efficient enough for a potion. Yeah, actually this doesn't look that bad. It's definitely complicated, but it's the kind of complicated that makes you stare at it and go, wow, I can't believe this works. I really can't believe this works. Alright. If I were to use it and go to market, would I collapse into a quivering heap of nerves? The effect is subtle, but you may want to avoid crowded areas while using it. You say this as though you've already tried it. My confidence and reasonable certainty isn't enough for you? Over the course of my life, I've learned that trust is something not to be given lightly. Especially not the alchemists. That's a finding the same in the presence of a thief. Thief. Alright, well we got one more to do, but I'm not gonna do that. I think we're already way past the recording time. Yeah, 1 hour 7 minutes. I usually want my videos to be less than an hour long, but I think we kinda accidentally overran with this life sensing potion. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.